Morning everyone, welcome back to Weather on the Go's weather forecast. In this video I will be talking to you guys about a major cool down as we head through the middle of August, as well as monsoonal rainfall here promoting beneficial rain across the southwestern United States, and your full tropical weather update in this video. Welcome back everybody, hope you guys are having a great morning out there. We're at 536 subscribers guys. Our new goal is 1,000 subscribers, so if each and every one of you guys could press that subscribe button down below, very much important guys. We're almost there. We're just closing the gap here the last few days. Definitely appreciate everybody subscribing. Again, subscribe down below and like the video, guys. Definitely goes a long way here in helping out, getting this information out to more and more people. It's free to do so. So definitely, please press the subscribe button down below. Looking here ahead, we do have a strong cold front moving through the, the Ohio Valley and the Tennessee Valley, dropping southward. Another secondary cold front moving through the upper Midwest here. Both of these are going to work in tandem to produce some cooler than normal conditions across much of the upper Midwest, the Great Lakes, and the Ohio Valley here as we head into the middle of August. And you can clearly see that as we kind of move into today and even into the day tomorrow, we have those cold fronts moving south, bringing that trough down across the Great Lakes region and southeastern Canada, even as we head into Thursday, August 11th tomorrow. And even on Friday, guys, we have that trough continuing to kind of move southward toward the Tennessee Valley and the East Coast as we head here into the 12th time frame. But up in the Pacific Northwest and into portions of southwestern Canada and southern Canadian provinces, we'll be talking about above normal temperatures as we get towards late this week into early this weekend. Looking at your temperatures this afternoon, widespread upper 70s, low to mid 80s across the Ohio Valley, much of the Great Lakes, New England, and the upper Midwest here. Some refreshing temperatures, lower humidity. Definitely get outside, walk the dog, go for a run. Just enjoy the nice weather out there, guys. But yeah, we're going to be talking about the heat for another day or so here across the Great Plains, with middle to upper 90s from Dallas-Fort Worth, much of Texas, all the way to the north here across Oklahoma, Kansas, and Nebraska, and getting up into the northwestern portions of the plains. As we move into tomorrow, much of the same, even cooler temperatures across the Great Lakes here as we head into tomorrow. Places like Detroit might only be in the upper 70s, middle 70s across the Toronto area, from portions of the Chicago lakefront northward to Milwaukee and Green Bay. Yeah, middle 70s there, from 74, 75, 76 degrees across these areas. Again, near 100 degrees up toward the Rapid City area this tomorrow afternoon, 96 in Dallas-Fort Worth, 98 in Wichita Falls. And the same holds true on Friday. The heat will still remain locked in place across the Great Plains, again, with upper 90s to near 100 from portions of the Dakotas all the way southward to Texas here. Again, a lot of those middle and upper 70s will be prevalent across much of portions of the the Great Lakes, the New England region, and into the Ohio Valley, with those cold fronts and that trough remaining in place on your Friday, August 12th. And you can see that cold front bringing some rainfall chances, just some scattered showers and storms here, those summertime thunderstorms across the southeastern United States. Actually, the secondary cold front moving down here to the south as we head into this afternoon across the upper Great Lakes and the upper Midwest will actually come through dry. We're not going to see much in the way of precipitation with the second cold front, just due to the fact that we have a lot of drier air with these high pressure systems starting to really, set in with the lower humidity there. And then that will continue as we head here into your Thursday as well, your Thursday evening. All that rainfall here will be across portions of South Texas, getting across much of the Gulf Coast and into the Carolinas. And again, behind these cold fronts, a lot of drier air, a lot of cooler temperatures, and also here a lot of, pleasant sunshine out there as well for much of the Great Lakes, into the New England region and the Ohio Valley as we head into your Friday. And that will continue, guys. The high pressure systems will really continue to keep that sunshine around even as we head into Saturday morning out there. So definitely, take advantage of the nice cool weather here while we have it. Again, still some rain chances across portions of the Texas coast area from Houston down towards Corpus Christi, Brownsville, getting over towards New Orleans, Mobile, Alabama, and into much of the Florida peninsula here as well. So we'll continue to watch that. Looking here at the precipitation chances this afternoon, again, just some popcorn showers and storms here across much of the lower Ohio Valley, the Tennessee Valley, into portions of the southeast. Again, not everybody will see rain, but a majority of us will see some type of rain as we head into this afternoon across the southeast. That will continue into this evening. The coverage will start to wane a little bit here into this evening. And again, we'll rinse and repeat as we head into your Thursday afternoon across the southeast. More scattered showers and storms. Again, below severe limits for the most part. There could be a stronger storm or two with some smaller hail and some, 30 to 40 mile per hour wind gusts out there, and of course some locally heavy downpours. But again, any organized severe weather threat will be pretty limited here, even on your Thursday. And looking here through the next 48 hours or so, the next 1 to 2 days, yeah, some pretty decent rainfall amounts, especially along the Gulf Coast from New Orleans getting over toward Mobile, Alabama. Some of these areas could be seeing rainfall amounts of 1 to 2 inches or so of rain. Even getting up into the Ohio Valley, places that don't need the rain, we still have an inch and a half potentially on the way across eastern Kentucky, West Virginia, the Outer Banks of Virginia, into portions of North Carolina there. The Outer Banks of North Carolina actually could see places, could see up to around 2 inches of rain as we get into the next 48 hours or so. And you guys can see the monsoonal weather will be going strong across portions here of the southwestern United States, getting up into the western Rockies, with a lot of these areas averaging around a half an inch to 3/4 of an inch as well, from New Mexico into Arizona, western portions of Utah, and eastern Nevada as well. Even some rainfall across Texas, some desperately needed rain across East Texas, and maybe into central Texas as we head into your, the next 24 to 48 hours, bringing average rainfall amounts around a half an inch to maybe an inch of rain, especially over toward the Houston area, the Tyler, Texas area, getting up towards Texarkana. So we'll continue to watch that as well. Again, coming with these, precipitation amounts a little bit heightened across this area, and a lot of saturation here with all these flooding conditions across Kentucky, and recent, systems moving through, a week or so ago. Yeah, there's no surprise we have that flash flooding potential, a slight risk for excessive rainfall across much of the Ohio Valley, getting into the mid-Atlantic. And again, with that heavier rainfall near the Gulf Coast, another area of a slight risk for some flash flooding there as we head into this afternoon. And a large area of a slight risk of excessive rainfall across much of the Rockies, getting into the southwestern United States, Las Vegas, getting up towards Salt Lake City, the Phoenix area, Tucson, and then getting up toward the Boise, Idaho area as well as we head into this afternoon. Same holds true tomorrow, although it's kind of the heavier rainfall limited toward portions of the Gulf Coast here from New Orleans and southeastern Texas around Houston, eastward toward portions of northwestern Florida. The heavier rainfall with the monsoon will actually be centered across portions of Salt Lake City, getting down into northern portions of Arizona, western New Mexico, and eastern portions there of Nevada as we head into your Thursday afternoon. And again, that monsoon will continue strong as we head into this weekend as well, and Friday, Saturday timeframe, with another slight risk for excessive rainfall there, and an elongated area along the Gulf Coast again with that slow moving front of a marginal risk for excessive rainfall as we head into your Friday. Looking a little closer at the monsoon, guys, look at all the moisture. You see the greens and the blues on the map. That's a lot of moisture in the atmosphere, high amounts of moisture that will actually, advect northward out of western Mexico into the southwestern United States, bringing the strong monsoonal moisture in these areas with the beneficial rains as we head into this afternoon. That will continue as we head into your Thursday afternoon tomorrow, and even into your Friday, August 12th, guys, here in the next couple of days. Again, seeing a lot of precipitation moving up through portions of the southwestern United States in those desperately needed areas for the rainfall. So we'll definitely continue to watch that as we move through the next few days. But yeah, going through from now all the way through Saturday morning here this weekend on Saturday, August 13th, a lot of these areas from Arizona into western New Mexico, much of Utah, getting into Nevada, all the way up here into the northern portions of the Rockies, we could be talking about widespread rainfall amounts here in the next couple of days, the 48 to 72 hours from now, averaging around an inch or two of rain. So definitely some beneficial rainfall here as well, and that's definitely noted, because we definitely have an extreme drought and even an exceptional drought still ongoing across this area. Looking longer range at the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook here from August 15th through the 19th, we see above normal temperatures from Texas all the way up here into Oklahoma and Kansas, but the stronger heating will actually be across portions of the northwestern portions of the country here, of the Pacific Northwest to the West Coast. Again, seeing that ridge start to back off to the west, bringing some above normal temperature anomalies across these areas. Meanwhile, a stronger trough here will be, starting to kind of eject into portions here of the mid-Atlantic regions, getting into the Ohio Valley and portions of New England as we get towards that 19th time frame. And again, that monsoon weather will continue strong from portions of Utah into the Colorado Rockies, around the Denver area, southern portions of Wyoming, much of the southwestern United States here in a big way with above normal precipitation. A little bit of a signal for above normal precipitation with those frontal boundaries across portions here of the eastern United States during the August 15th through the 19th time frame. and then a little bit below normal across the Great Lakes and especially up towards portions of the Pacific Northwest during this period as well. Looking at this, kind of zooming out the picture, showing you what we're seeing here as we get toward the middle of August. This is Monday, August 15th. You can see that ridge starting to build a little bit farther to the west here. We have that large, massive trough here, continuing to meander across the New England and the Great Lakes region here, and even the Ohio Valley towards that Monday timeframe early next week. And we can see that ridge continue to amplify off to the west across the Pacific Northwest, the West Coast, and the Rockies here, bringing much above normal temperatures there. Meanwhile, we still have that trough across the eastern United States as we head into Tuesday and even Thursday as we get towards late next week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We definitely will be talking about a massive trough across the western United States and a massive ridge across the western United States, a massive trough across the eastern United States, bringing kind of a pattern flip-flop here as we get towards that third week here in August. Looking at the temperatures here at the surface, widespread 100s here and even upper 90s as we head into early next week, again in these familiar areas from North Texas through Oklahoma into Kansas and much of the Gulf Coast states here as well. There are some changes, I do promise you that here. Tuesday, August 16th, we'll start to see the northern end of this start to kind of eat away at some of the 100-degree temperatures. Still around 100 degrees in Dallas-Fort Worth, the Lawton, Oklahoma area, getting up toward Oklahoma City here, especially on the southwestern side of Oklahoma City. And then as we get into late next week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, guys, look at the high temperatures the European forecast model is putting out here. Lower 80s for highs in Dallas-Fort Worth, upper 70s perhaps in the Texas Panhandle and western Oklahoma, western Kansas, western Nebraska. A lot of refreshing air even all the way southward into these areas. So that will definitely be some refreshing air to enjoy as we get into the middle and late portion here of next week. We'll continue to track this for you guys as well. Looking at the full tropical weather update for you guys, we got Tropical Storm Howard, which was recently a hurricane, but now has been downgraded to a tropical storm status right now. It's continuing to meander across the eastern Pacific basin, and just on its heels, we'll be talking about this here momentarily, another system has a high probability of developing over the next 5 days just to the south and east of Howard in the eastern Pacific basin. You can see Howard here, very compact system, very small system here. It's a tropical storm just west of the Baja of California over the open waters, and you can see as we go through the next 24 hours, this will remain a tropical storm, but then weaken to kind of a tropical depression or a post-tropical cyclone as we head into late this week. So again, Tropical Storm Howard is going to become a little bit weaker and it'll kind of be a thing of the past as we head into late this week. Looking at the intensities here for Tropical Storm Howard, again, a lot of the models here actually have this going to tropical storm status here all the way through the next 24 to perhaps 36 hours and then weakening to below tropical storm status into that post-tropical cyclone status as we kind of move through the next 48 to 72 hours or longer. So we'll definitely continue to watch this as we move forward. But definitely watching another system here in the Eastern Pacific Basin. This could become here a new name storm. The National Hurricane Center has an 80% chance of development here in the next 5 days, just on its heels, again, just to the south and east of Howard, kind of almost taking the same kind of track as Howard as well, potentially, as it develops in the Eastern Pacific Basin. And if it does get named, it will be Tropical Storm or Hurricane Yvette. So we'll definitely continue to watch this. Again, this does have a higher probability here to become a tropical storm. And again, the name would be Yvette in the Eastern Pacific Basin. You can see that pretty loosely organized right now in the satellite imagery, but this will be organizing in the big way here with the warmer waters in the Eastern Pacific Basin over the next few days. And looking at this with the GFS, I do think the GFS does paint a good picture of what this could look like here as we get towards the next week or so here. You got Tropical Storm Howard, 1,002 millibar low pressure here just west of the Baja of California over the open waters here this afternoon. There is some moisture kind of, organizing across portions just southwest of the Mexican coast here, again, over the Eastern Pacific Basin this afternoon. That will become here a 997 millibar low pressure system as we head to late this week, Friday afternoon, Friday evening on August 12th. That could be here a tropical storm moving to the northwest and kind of taking a similar track to Howard. Again, tropical storm or Hurricane Yvette is possible. The GFS is actually having this developing to a 988 millibar low pressure system by late this coming weekend here on your Sunday, August 14th, and then maintaining under, sub 1,000 millibar low pressure center here all the way into early next week here toward the middle of August. So we'll continue to watch that as well. The CMC model pretty much in line with the GFS, just not as intense. It has a 1,006 millibar low pressure center with this system as we get into the early next week time frame. I think the GFS model may be a little too bullish, but I do think the GFS is onto something here, at least with this storm. So we'll continue to watch that here in the next few days. Looking at the Atlantic, the Caribbean, and the Gulf, we're still watching that small area here of convection starting to organize a little bit more across the southern Atlantic basin. Again, the National Hurricane Center actually did decrease the probability from a 40% to a 30% here for the system over the next few days. Again, this actually is becoming less of an issue, I think, as we head through the next few days. Really not seeing a lot of convection. That's why I said there's a small area of convection, a small area of thunderstorms developing here across the southern Atlantic basin. We still got that very strong Bermuda high here in control across the center Atlantic here ocean right now, and that's just kind of controlling the system, moving it west northwestward here on the base here of this high pressure system here, with all that clockwise flow around that high pressure system in the central Atlantic. Looking at the intensity with this here potential system, it's an Invest 97L right now. This looks to become probably low end, maybe medium grade tropical storm, but some of the models actually keep this below tropical storm status as well. But the majority of the models actually have this at least a low end tropical storm as we kind of move through at least the next 48 to 72 hours. So we'll continue to watch and kind of see how the system evolves over the next few days. But this afternoon, a 1,011 millibar low pressure center, again 97L here into the southern Atlantic basin, will continue to move west-northwestward. At least, if anything here, this will probably bring some tropical rains to the Lesser Antilles as it gets pretty much, pretty close to the islands here, the Lesser Antilles, as we get into late this weekend here and towards the middle of August. So we'll continue to watch that. And again, the reason why it's not so much, a thing to concern about here right now is because there's some cooler waters across much of the southern Atlantic basin. It really has a lot of wind shear it's kind of fighting off as well as it moves west-northwest toward the Lesser Antilles, so I'm not too worried about this system. But look at the Eastern Pacific Basin, why it's been so active. Very warm waters in the Eastern Pacific Basin here, west of Mexico, west of the Baja of California, and even west coast of the United States. Rather warm as well. So that is something to watch as we move forward here across the Eastern Pacific Basin. But looking at the La Nina, quick La Nina update for you guys. Again, this is we're in a moderate La Nina right now. We're at a negative 0.6 or negative 0.7 here on the Nino index, which is actually qualifies as a moderate La Nina. Again, once you get down to about negative 1.0, that's a strong La Nina. So we're getting rather close, and I do think we'll reach that status as we get towards that September-October timeframe here in the next couple of months. And again, the last 7 days, you can see these bursts of colder waters here around the equatorial Pacific here. That is the La Nina continuing to be in full force across this area. And again, that is something we'll watch, as it does not only control the hurricane season, but also your weather you see out your door. So we'll continue to watch that here in the next few days. But thank you guys for watching my video. Remember to like my video, give me a thumbs up down below, leave any comments, questions, and concerns below as well. I will be able to answer those later on today. Again, guys, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Our new goal is 1,000 subscribers. Again, all you got to do is press it, and I promise you guys it is free to press the subscribe button. So definitely press the subscribe button down below. And again, we have some great weather content coming your way here for the rest of this week. Thank you everybody for joining me, and have a great week out there, and I'll see you in the next video.